2020 is soon approaching, so what I want to do in this video is pick out the top games coming out for the Switch next year. I would say that the Switch's 2020 lineup is a little bit of a mystery at the moment, just because we don't really know too many games coming out for certain next year. I'm sure we will get a direct in January or February next year outlining what will be coming out for the platform. But what I thought we'll do in this video is just mainly focus on the games that have been confirmed to come out on the Switch in 2020. Then at the end of this video I will be talking about games that don't have a 2020 release date that could still come out in 2020 or will come out 2021 and beyond. But yeah, what I want to do in this video is mainly focus on the games that do have a 2020 release date, and I would say the biggest one so far is Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is due to come out on the 20th of March next year. And yeah, you Animal Crossing fans have had to wait ages for a mainline Animal Crossing game. You guys have had to wait a long time since New Leaf. You've had to pull up with releases like Pocket Camp on the smartphones and also that terrible Wii U game Amiibo Festival. But now finally you have a brand new mainline game to look forward to, and it is looking really good in my opinion. I think the graphics look really great. I think what you do in this game, like the premise of the game, you being on an island, I think it adds that extra little bit of flavour compared to all of the other games. It's something fresh for the series, and yeah, I think this is going to be one of the biggest Switch games in terms of the best selling titles. And I think at the end of the Switch's life cycle, I think Animal Crossing New Horizons will be, if not in the top 10, I think it might even get into the top 5 of the best selling Switch games. This is going to sell like hotcakes, and yeah, it being a spring release, I think that is perfect for the game. And yeah, definitely is one to look forward to. Now, in the last direct, we did get the announcement that Xenoblade Chronicles, the original game that did come out on the Wii, I do believe in 2011, it did later get ported to the new 3DS later on. But we will be getting a remaster of Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch. It is going to be known as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And yeah, I am really looking forward to this, just because I have never played the original Xenoblade Chronicles. It's something which I've always wanted to play. I did watch a Let's Play of this game back in the day, and yeah, it definitely did grab my attention. And yeah, I just can't wait to see what they do with this game. I think what they have shown off so far, it looks really, really good. And yeah, I can't wait to finally delve into this game. I have been waiting for a console remake or remaster. I didn't really want to play it on the 3DS. I didn't have a new 3DS. I didn't really want to go out and buy a new 3DS for Xenoblade Chronicles. I just thought this game will get remastered at some point. I'm really glad that my faith has been vindicated. I'm really glad this is in existence. This is one of my most anticipated Switch games. I really can't wait for this game. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. Early on in the video, I did talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is coming out on March 20th, and on the same day for the other platforms, Doom Eternal will be coming out. Sadly, the Switch version has been delayed a little bit further. We don't know when it will be coming out for the Switch, but we know it will be coming out next year. I would guess that probably it will come out this time next year in November. I hope I am wrong. I hope it does come earlier than that. But yeah, Doom Eternal, it is definitely a game I am really looking forward to. I recently completed Doom 2016 on the Switch, and that was a really fantastic experience. I really did have a lot of fun with that game, and I think if I do believe Panic Button are porting the game again, if they sort of get the same sort of visuals and the same sort of performance from Doom Eternal, like what they got with Doom 2016, then I think this game will be one of the best looking games on the Switch in terms of third party games. I really did have a lot of fun with the game despite the lower sort of visuals and performance. Performance sort of dipped a little bit, but that didn't really bother me too much. I think this game will run perfectly well on the Switch, and yeah, I think if it is as good as Doom 2016, then we are in for a treat. Just like the last game I did talk about, Doom Eternal is definitely one of my most anticipated games for next year. It's just a shame we don't really know when the version will be coming out, and that is the same case for the Outer Worlds. This is a game that really shocked me when it did get announced. I thought it was an impossible port for the Switch. I didn't think there was a chance of this game coming out. I guess it is another game in the impossible port category. We had Doom 2016, we had The Witcher 3, and now I would say that The Outer Worlds is another game in the impossible port category where you think, oh my god, this game has zero chance of coming out. And yeah, when it did get announced, it completely took me by surprise, and yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this game, which goes nicely with the fact that Fallout, which is, I do believe, a similar experience to The Outer Worlds, that is definitely going down the pan a little bit with that stupid Fallout First and all of the bugs attached to that game. And yeah, we don't really have a Fallout sort of mainline experience on the Switch, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how the Outer Worlds will run on the platform. I think as long as the frame rate is stable, then yeah, I think the fact that you can play this massive game anywhere, you can just like go with it with your own pace. So like if you've got a few like minutes spare whilst you are waiting, whilst you are commuting for example, then yeah, I think this game is perfect for the Switch. And yeah, just can't wait to see what the version will look like, and yeah, we'll be interested to see when this game will come out on the Switch next year. Hopefully it will come out at the start and not like a Dark Souls situation where that game did come out like, I do believe 6 months after when Dark Souls Remastered did come out on the other platforms. So hopefully the Outer Worlds will come out January, February, March. But I guess as long as the port is stable, there's not a lot of bugs in it, as long as the version is good, then I guess it doesn't really matter when the game will come out. But yeah, this is definitely another big game coming to the Switch in 2020. Just a little bit of an update on when we can expect the Outer Worlds, just because since the recording of this video, it has been confirmed that we will be getting the Outer Worlds on the Switch in Q1 2020, which is between January and March. No More Heroes 3 is due to come out next year as well. And yeah, I really can't wait to see what they will do with this game. Hopefully it will have the same motion controls as the first two games did have on the Wii. I would definitely love to see the Joy-Cons used in that way as well. And yeah, I really can't wait to see gameplay of this game. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this game, so hopefully it will perform well on the platform. I hope they will release the first two games as well. That will definitely be really cool for people that haven't really played the first two games to catch up before the third game does come out. I think that would be the really smart thing to do. But yeah, as confirmed at E3 2019, No More Heroes 3 will be coming out next year in 2020. Since the recording of this video, we did get an update from the game from Suda51. The game is around about 30 to 40% complete. The next trailer for the game will either be coming out at the end of this year or the start of next year, which probably works out to be at either the Game Awards. We will get the next trailer for No More Heroes 3, or we will get the next trailer in the next Nintendo Direct, which probably works out to be around about January or February time, so we probably don't have long to wait to see more of the game. Suda51 has confirmed that most controls will be in the game, which definitely does please me, and Suda51 also confirmed that the game will be coming out next year in 2020. Another game also announced for the Switch at E3 was the Trials of Mana game, which is due to come out on the 24th of April, and I really do like the premise of this game. So pretty much for the longest time we didn't get the third game in the Mana series up until last year with the Mana collection on the Switch. I do believe it did come out for other platforms as well, but what they are doing is remaking the third game in the Mana series into a third person sort of RPG adventure game. It definitely does look a really good experience from what we have seen so far. So yeah, I probably might pick this game up when it does come out on the 24th of April. Next up in this video is a game I completely forgot got announced in the last direct, and that is a game made by Hi-Rez Studios, which did make Realm Royale and Paladins on the Switch. Now they are releasing Rogue Company, which is, I do believe, a third person shooter. It could be first person as well. You might have a choice between what sort of viewpoint you do have, but this is like an arena based shooter, and yeah, the Switch is sort of lacking in competitive multiplayer shooters. So yeah, based on the teaser trailer, I am definitely looking forward to seeing more of this game, and yeah, it will be coming out on the Switch in 2020. Now, because this game is made by Hi-Rez Studios, their previous releases have been free-to-play titles, so it will be interesting to see whether this game will be a free-to-play title. I think for the benefit of the game on the Switch, I think it should be free-to-play, just because I kind of feel like the Switch online service has negatively affected games that have come out that do require you to not only buy the game to play the multiplayer, but also you need to have a Switch online membership as well. Since the paid online service did launch, it did negatively affect online populations for online games like Doom. So I kind of feel like for the benefit of this game, I feel like if it was a free-to-play title, I think then you would get a good population checking out the game, just like Fortnite, just like Paladins and Realm Royale. And it would be really cool if this game did have crossplay as well, just because it is due to come out on the other platforms as well. I am definitely looking forward to Rogue Company. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. On the 20th of February, Capcom will be releasing the third installment of the Devil May Cry series on the Switch, but also I do believe around about the same time in Japan, they are releasing a physical collection of all of the Devil May Cry games on the Switch at the moment. But unfortunately, this physical collection only has one game on the game card, Devil May Cry 1. You will have to download Devil May Cry 2 and Devil May Cry 3, pretty much resulting in this physical collection being a little bit pointless in my opinion. In my opinion, one of the biggest new game announcements of 2019 was from THQ Nordic, who did announce a remake of the SpongeBob SquarePants 3D platformer, which did come out, I do believe, on the GameCube, PS2, around about 2001, 2002. And yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants Rehydrated will be a remake of that game. It will be a remaster of that game with new visuals, and yeah, I think this is going to go down really well. I know a lot of people were a massive fan of that game, so yeah, I can see this game selling really well. And yeah, I know THQ Nordic, they are doing a Destroy All Humans sort of remake as well. Sadly not coming out for the Switch. But yeah, THQ Nordic, they are pretty much known for sort of remaking like Nickelodeon sort of games. And yeah, I'd just love to see what else they will do in the future along that route. And they also hold the rights for Time Splitters as well. And yeah, I really can't wait to see what they will be doing with Time Splitters. But yeah, going back to SpongeBob SquarePants Rehydrated, the game itself, the visuals for the game look really good in my opinion. And yeah, I think this game will play really well as well. I think it will be a really good game for the Switch when it does come out next year. Sadly, we don't really have a specific release date at the moment, but yeah, it definitely is one to watch out for. Ubisoft are bringing a new IP called Gods and Monsters to the Switch. Now recently it did get delayed, I do believe to the second quarter of 2020, which is between April and June. So yeah, hopefully we will get this game soon. But we haven't really seen that much gameplay from this game, but from the trailer we did get at E3, it sort of reminded me a little bit of Breath of the Wild, which is definitely a sort of bold comparison to make with this game. But yeah, I definitely get that feeling from the opening shots of this game. And yeah, I can't wait to see more of Gods and Monsters, which is due to come out next year. Let me know your thoughts about that game in the comments section below. Now, what I always love to do is play through Star Wars games when a new Star Wars movie did come out, and I did do that with Star Wars The Phantom Menace on the PS1. I did the same with Revenge of the Sith on the PS2. But sadly, we aren't really seeing that many sort of games like that, like a realistic sort of experience from like EA. They are doing their own sort of thing. They are doing the Fallen Order. I would love to see them do like a story sort of experience based on the movies. But yeah, basically what Warner Brothers are doing is they are doing Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which will have every single Skywalker movie in there. And yeah, I am really looking forward to this game. It probably isn't a game on your list, but yeah, I've always loved to play through the Star Wars movies in the video sort of game format. I am definitely going to pick up Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I think you will see a lot of content packed into the game, and yeah, definitely looking forward to it when it does come out next year. And I would say another game that probably a lot of you aren't really looking forward to, but I am, is Minecraft Dungeons. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong on your opinions of Lego Star Wars as well. I don't really see a lot of chatter, don't really see a lot of talk about those two games, so I am just assuming that it's just like my sort of like experience. I am looking forward to those two games. And yeah, Minecraft Dungeons, I think it does look a really fun experience. It's sort of like Diablo, but for Minecraft. That's what sort of it does remind me of. And yeah, they did say it did start off live as a 3DS game. I am really looking forward to seeing what they do with a whole new take of Minecraft. I think it is really cool that Minecraft is getting a new game, but it is getting a game in a whole new genre. Maybe you might not like what Minecraft has done. Maybe this is more up your alley. Maybe you are into Diablo style games. And yeah, I think this game, I think it will be a really fun experience. And yeah, I can't wait to play it when it does come out next year. I think it might prove to be a really big hit, especially with Minecraft fans. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about that game in the comments section below. Are you looking forward to it? Will you be picking it up on the Switch next year? Right at the start of the year, on the 17th of January, we are getting Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE. That was a Wii U game now being ported to the Switch. It will be known as Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore. And yeah, it's not really a game up my alley. But I definitely feel like this game does deserve a second chance just because it did come out on the Wii U at the very end of its life cycle. I do believe in 2016 or late 2015. It didn't really have a good chance to sell well, and yeah, I think this game coming out right at the start of the year, I think this will prove to be a little bit more popular than what we did see on the Wii U. But I know a lot of people are concerned with like the version we are getting. Apparently sort of the risque sort of stuff has been taken out of this version, which I know hasn't gone down well with fans of the game. Yeah, that might prove to be a stumbling block in terms of how well this game does sell. But yeah, if you are a fan of Persona games, then yeah, I think it might be a game that you should be looking forward to if you didn't pick it up on the Wii U when it did come out in late 2015, 2016. Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise, was announced at the last Direct. I don't think anyone saw this coming. It will be coming out next year, and yeah, I think fans of the first game, I do believe it did have a really sort of divided opinion. Some people really loved it, a lot of people hated it. But yeah, if you were a fan of the first game, then yeah, I'm sure you are really looking forward to the second game coming out next year. I do believe it is a Switch exclusive for the time being. I'm not sure if it is a timed exclusive or whether it will always be a Switch exclusive. But yeah, I'm sure fans of the first game are really anticipating this second game when it does come out. And the last game that we'll be featuring in this video is a recently announced indie game. It is called the Ottoman Empire, and it is a third-person shooter style action party game where you pretty much play as otters in jetpacks in this local multiplayer setting. And yeah, the game, it will feature 8 dynamic local multiplayer modes, including the fast-paced Squidditch explosive detonator and sharpshooting target practice. There is a single player campaign mode, and it will be coming out in early 2020. And yeah, definitely looking forward to this game. The one thing I would say about it is that at the moment there is no word of an online component to this game. I think if this game did have an online mode to it, then yeah, I think it will go down really well. But I think the fact that the Switch, it is perfect for local games like this, I think it would be a game definitely worth checking out on the Switch when it does come out in early 2020. So that is the last game that does have a definite 2020 release date. Of course, games could get delayed beyond 2020 as we go through the next few months. But at the moment, all of the previous games I did just talk about will be coming out next year. So probably at this point of the video, you probably are looking at, where is Breath of the Wild 2? Where is Bayonetta 3? Where are games like Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Metroid Prime 4, as well as Overwatch 2? Now, those games don't have a 2020 release date. They could all come out next year. Some of them could come out next year, others could come out years in the future. So that is probably why I did put 2020 Switch games and beyond, just because these games are not definite releases for next year. I would love it if Breath of the Wild 2 did come out next year. I think that game, as well as Bayonetta 3, has the best chance of coming out next year. As what I did state in a previous video, I don't think Metroid Prime 4 will come out next year, just because development only just restarted at the start of this year. So yeah, I don't think we will get it next year. Overwatch 2, it sounds like it will be not coming out next year, just because Jeff Kaplan did say that Overwatch 2 will be appearing at BlizzCon next November. So yeah, I don't think we will get it next year. And even if the other platforms did get it next year, the Switch does tend to miss out on simultaneous releases, unfortunately. So even if it did come out next year for the other platforms, it could still come out at a later date for the Switch. And yeah, I just want to throw in Pokemon. I'm sure we will get another Pokemon game for 2020. I know a lot of people would love to see a mystery dungeon sort of game, but yeah, I think we will see another game in the mainline sort of series. I don't think it will be a second game in Generation 8. I think it will be a remake, whether it be a Let's Go Gen 2 or a remake of the Sinnoh Diamond and Pearl games, which I know a lot of people really want, and I definitely do include myself in that fan base there. But yeah, I think we will get a Pokemon game, but because it hasn't been announced yet, why would it? We are only in November 2019. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly mention that yeah, we will probably get a Pokemon game. It is definitely a game I would look forward to, but yeah, I didn't really want to include it in the list of confirmed 2020 games, just because those games, like I did mention, Breath of the Wild 2, Overwatch 2, Metroid Prime 4, they don't have a confirmed 2020 release date. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what games you are looking forward to for next year. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and hopefully we'll see you in another video soon.